It was a political showdown that seemed impossible, but against all odds, Donald Trump emerged victorious in the 2024 U.S. presidential election. A stunning comeback that defied predictions, shocked the political world, and reshaped the future of America. How did he pull off this improbable win? Trump's primary message during his campaign was centered around the economy. He leveraged his record from his first term, highlighting the economic growth the U.S. experienced prior to the COVID-19 pandemic. Trump campaigned on reviving American manufacturing, bringing back jobs from overseas, and lowering taxes for the middle class. His promise was clear: make America great again, by securing economic stability and prosperity for all Americans, especially the working class. His plans included tax cuts for businesses and individuals, deregulation to foster business growth, and revitalizing the energy sector. Appeal to the working class. Trump's message resonated most deeply with working-class voters, especially in critical battleground states such as Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. He capitalized on his populist message, positioning himself as the protector of American workers who had been ignored by the political elite. His promises to revitalize the Rust Belt, bring back manufacturing jobs, and end the outsourcing of American jobs played a crucial role in winning over voters who felt left behind in the post-industrial economy. Immigration and national security. Trump's hardline stance on immigration remained a central theme of his 2024 campaign. He promised to continue his efforts to secure the southern border and prevent illegal immigration. He emphasized the need for strict border controls to reduce crime and protect American jobs. His focus on national security extended beyond immigration. Trump's rhetoric on the issue, framed as a fight against illegal immigration and foreign threats, solidified his appeal to those concerned about safety and national security. Social media and direct engagement. Throughout his campaign, Trump made extensive use of social media, particularly X, formerly Twitter, to engage directly with his supporters and bypass traditional media. His social media posts were often combative and unapologetic, resonating with his base while angering critics. Trump also used these platforms to energize his supporters, encouraging them to attend rallies and spread his message. His ability to control the narrative through social media became a central tool in his strategy, allowing him to remain a dominant force in the political conversation. The key moments that define Trump's 2024 campaign rallies and public appearances. Trump's rallies were a cornerstone of his campaign. These massive events allowed him to connect with his supporters and solidify his status as the face of the movement. At each rally, Trump promised to continue fighting for the forgotten Americans, particularly the blue-collar workers who supported him. His rallies were also an opportunity to attack his political rivals, including President Joe Biden and the Democratic Party. The energy and passion at his rallies served as a reminder of the widespread support he had, particularly among conservative and populist voters. Debates and public statements. In the debates and interviews, Trump showcased his combative style, often challenging the media and his political opponents. He framed himself as a fighter who would never back down from his principles. His direct, unfiltered style resonated with his base, who saw him as a leader willing to stand up to the establishment. Trump's willingness to speak bluntly, even when controversial, reinforced his image as an outsider who wasn't afraid to challenge the status quo. Trump's core message: unity through populism. Trump framed his campaign as a movement, one that would unite working-class Americans against the political elite. He focused on the idea of a silent majority who had been ignored by Washington insiders and promised to be the voice for those who felt disenfranchised. His rhetoric combined nationalism, patriotism, and a promise to restore American greatness. Despite criticism that his rhetoric was divisive, Trump's message of America First resonated with millions who felt that the U.S. had lost its way in the face of globalization and foreign intervention. His populist message became a rallying cry for his supporters, who saw him as the only candidate who truly understood their struggles and was willing to fight for their interests. Key states Trump won and the path to victory. Trump's path to victory in 2024 was paved with wins in critical swing states. Much like his 2016 victory, Trump managed to flip key battleground states such as Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. His appeal to working-class voters in these areas, combined with a strong base of rural voters, helped him secure the necessary electoral college votes. In addition to traditional battlegrounds, Trump managed to keep his stronghold in states like Florida and Texas, while also making inroads in states that had previously leaned Democratic. His ability to connect with voters in small towns and rural areas was a key factor in his 2024 victory, as these areas saw high turnout in support of his platform. What to expect from Trump's presidency: first actions, immigration reform, and border security. Trump will likely make immigration reform a top priority upon taking office. He will push for stricter border security measures, potentially through executive orders to address illegal immigration. The promise of completing the southern border wall may be revived, though the focus could shift toward other forms of border control and enforcement, such as advanced technology and surveillance systems. Economic agenda. Trump's first moves will probably involve rolling out tax cuts, particularly for businesses and individuals. He may also work to deregulate industries that he believes are being stifled by government rules. His goal will be to stimulate job creation, particularly in sectors like manufacturing, energy and infrastructure, national security, and foreign policy. On the foreign policy front, Trump is expected to take a hard stance against China, especially in trade negotiations. He may focus on renegotiating deals that he believes are unfavorable to the U.S. and push for a stronger military presence in key regions. Trump's America First approach will likely continue to shape his foreign policy decisions, with a focus on securing American interests both domestically and internationally, social and cultural issues. Trump will likely continue to focus on cultural and social issues, particularly those related to free speech, conservative values, and opposition to progressive policies. He may push for policies that challenge the so-called woke culture and seek to reassert traditional American values. Conclusion: Trump's legacy and what comes next. Donald Trump's 2024 victory is not just a political win, it represents a continuation of the populist movement he started in 2016. His ability to connect with the American electorate, particularly in the face of strong opposition, demonstrates his enduring influence on American politics. As he prepares to return to the White House, the future of America under his leadership will undoubtedly be marked by continued political polarization and challenges to the establishment. How Trump navigates these challenges will likely define his second term and the legacy he leaves behind.